How wonderful. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are in the world of Evil Genius again due to computer changes. So, let's get sorting this out, shall we? Now, put that in there. Put that in there. And down to there. That's fine. And then we need to put in the gold storage. We'll put it down to there for the moment. And then the corridor going in. So let's see, because we'll want the rest area there, so that means the corridor will have to be there. Like that. Meaning, additional doors can be placed in here, like so. And so forth. Whoops, a daisy. Okay, so we're going to leave that because we can't put another one there because then that'll get in the way of the corridor. Because the corridor is going to be here. Now, obviously, we also need to build down here. Whoops. Now, let's just build that. Let's just build that for the moment, I think. But what we do need to do, let's have a look at that. Healthy minions, barracks, of course, yes.
Use these buttons to
go away. So what we're going to do then is we're going to build a barracks out here. Now, for those of you that remember, this is where the Uber trap is going to go. So if we bring a thing, whoops a daisy, we've overdone it. Because we need to take that out. Because there needs to be a corridor down from here. Like so. And then that's where the entrance to the barracks is. So there's 4 on that side. And there should be 4 on that side, like so. Now we've done that, that should be the barracks. So let's build that. And then we need to organise the corridor here. Now, this is the problem that we have. Is that it then moves into the... like that. No, we can't put that there. Because this is where the freezer's going to go. So, you know, you have the corridor and then you have the freezer there and the freezer there. So, let's leave that off for the moment and just leave it like that. So, let's get building that. We are going to build a control room. We're going to build it there. Take out those edges. And do that. And also, we haven't run out of power yet. As soon as we do, we'll get the ability to run the power, which is what we're after. So, there we go. The money vault has been done. So, let's put it there. Now, you don't put it across there, even though that's a good idea. It means it's a blocked area. And what will happen, go away, is that enemy agents will jump into that room and then start stealing stuff and then jump out through a secret tunnel. So you don't really want to do that at all. You still want to have at least access to it. You could, if you wanted to, put a door there, but, you know, it's going to be moved eventually as soon as this base is built and the big sort of corridor that goes around the entire base is built as well. So there's little point, which reminds me, we've only got 3 guys. Let's up that to 5. We're not going to change that at all at the moment because we're getting them every minute. So, you know, we might as well keep it as it stands at the moment. So let's move our lady down here. Now, there we go. As you can see, that's grey. We don't have anybody to move it for us yet. As soon as we do, that'll turn white. Means somebody's been assigned to that job. And then, essentially, they'll move it for us. And then once we've done that, we'll be able to delete this room. We'll be able to delete the room and get it out of there, so... Now, one thing I have done, obviously, as a result of this new installation is the mod maker, who was kind enough to comment on the video previously. Basically, there's just his mod on this server, on this machine. So, it should just only be his mod. Shouldn't be any additional stuff or anything like that. Now, let's see what happens. Okay. Well, nothing's going to happen yet because, obviously... Now, this is obviously the problems that you have with this particular game. You have quite slow moments where nothing appears to be happening and all that kind of stuff. So, there you go. It's gone white, so that means somebody's going to pick that up. Going to be that fella? Yep, it's going to be that fella. There we go. Now, hopefully in Evil Genius 2, it would be nice to be able to look through the eyes of some of your minions. That would be a nice touch, I think. So let's put that in there. And then what we'll do is we'll put... okay. We'll put one in there. And then one in there like that. And then we'll put... okay. Put one in there like that. So, there we go. Now that's done, we delete that strong room. Now, that means basically that that room will be then removed completely. The gold will then be automatically transferred to our new location. Ah, excellent. So, now we've got that, we can start building these items. Now, I'm holding down the shift button to continue building stuff like this. Like that. Now, one thing to bear in mind, you want to leave a gap at the end so that they can get in and out. Like so. So, by putting them down here, I'm just going to build it to there because I want to still build bunk beds for the guys to sleep on. These things here. So, let's see. So, you can't move it there because it'll block it. They can only get on one side. See what I mean? So, if we build a bunk bed there, there, and there, like that, that looks fine. And then we can still build some more this side, like that. The control room is now operational. The world map can be accessed, which is great news.
You now have access to the world domination screen. From here, you will be able to commit acts of infamy all around the globe to increase your...
Infamy! They've got it, infamy. Lovely. Okay, so we're buying all these, and that will increase this capacity significantly. We might even spend a bit of money, I don't know yet. Just now, the thing is, one of the advantages that you have... What do you need for that? 4 workers. Yeah, we've only got 5, so I'm not going to spend it on anything. Yet, anyway. So, this number's going to go through the roof, for obvious reasons, because of the amount of these things. I mean, we're putting them in there, and you can see it's going to change over the course of time as more get put in. So, we can only go up to 99 on here. And we don't really want to spend any more money yet. So we'll just continue to watch that and keep an eye on it. Now, these guys will need to die. Let's send our friend around, shall we? Get him, boys. And there we go. There's the freezer.
information will be relayed to you via the message bar.
Thank you. So there we go, there's our boy with the awesome haircut. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the previous series, don't forget you can mark things by doing Control 1, Control 2 on the keyboard, and it will just take you back to those positions. So it's very helpful indeed. So now we've got the freezer, we can build the freezer area here, like this. Which is going to be up to there. Yeah, that's actually no, it's got to be this side, isn't it? Silly boy. But we really want it. Screw it. I'll keep it as a two side or two size freezer. Now we don't have the ability to build the control room yet. So what will happen? Excuse me, while I ungainly sniff, is these things here. Just along there, are racks to hang the body bags on while they essentially expire. Now, what we'll do is we will, over the course of time, eventually just build another storage area for the bodies. So this is where, even though that's not the final position, I need to figure out here where the final position is going to be. So this is the other one here. So that's the other 3 width. Like that, see, because we wanted to go to the end. So there we go, that's looking okay. And then we go up here with another 3. But the trouble is we need to have that bit get in there. So we're going to have to take that out. Like so. Pull back one of those. And then build up. And it's still not enough. So we got to go back this way. And take one off again. And then build the 3 width corridor. Because you want that bit that gets snipped out there. Like so. There we go. So that's the 3 width corridor. 3 squares. So you can put stuff in the middle. Like loot and all that kind of stuff. Around the base. That basically is the main sort of area of transition for the base. Now what we will also do is then just put that in there. So that they've got a doorway. Here we go. Still only capacity 5. Okay, that's odd. It is a barracks, isn't it? Okay. Go figure. Oh dear. He got blocked in, silly boy. Ah, that's probably why. So let's put it there. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's exactly why.
You may have noticed that all people have 5 statistics.
Good for them. There we go. Armory. And holding cell, which is going to be helpful. Now, one thing we are going to have to do is build some doors in here. Because these are the doors that are going to be level 4 doors that are going to have guards standing in front of them. So we'll put a door there as well. So this putting in the doors will obviously cause a power issue, which means we should get the power doodad as well. And this is where we're going to build the armory here. Now we need to put this in. Now if you're wondering, it's where we're going to put the cells. So what we do is by putting it in there like this, we can actually put a door in front of it and we can control access to it. So if we want like the super agents not to be put in there because they'll cause too much damage and breaking equipment and all the rest of it, and we want them to go into the storage room, like the super agent containment room, then we lock those doors so that nobody can be put in them and they get taken straight there. The same thing applies that if for whatever reason the AI thinks you know, a super agent suddenly needs to be moved into here, we can lock both those doors and they'll get left in that room. So it's just a way of controlling a little bit better where people are put. So it's just a better situation under the circumstances. Now, let us change this, because we've got capacity 99 right now. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to change this up to... screw it, let's put it up to 99. That's the only thing you can't do, is you have to click it. You can't just click and hold, which is slightly annoying. But, you know, I mean, this game is 13 years old, so I think we'll let it off for certain things. So they're going to be bringing additional people in. Now, for those of you who are not aware, prior to taking the maid, no agents appear on this map at all. Nothing. So you can essentially steal money with impunity, do missions with impunity, until such times as you have to capture the maid. So it's a helpful little way. Let's get that in. A helpful little way to also raise money, because you can then send your guys into here and get them stealing, and you can build up a reasonable little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little nest egg of money, allowing you to essentially have a little bit of money to play around with once the real agents turn up, and then obviously the super agents. And that's prior, so you can have a little bit of a buffer prior to this becoming the, oh, actually, come to think of it, needs to go back a few, doesn't it? Because there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that'll be enough. So yeah, it's a helpful little thing to know. You can have our ladyship standing there. There's the maid. And that's still not been deleted. Obviously, because we're lacking men, because they are all moving stuff. I think what we'll do, we'll just up that briefly. Get it down to 100,000. So that we've still got plenty of people. And we can start putting them in there. There we go. So we've now got 19 men en route. As you can see, additional people coming in now. So it'll make life significantly better for us with respect to building our stuffs. And it also means that we can send guys out to here. Now, obviously, there's nobody in the control room at the moment. So what we'll need to do is just put that up to half and get some boys in the control room. Now, the advantage of that means that... Here we are. You'll get numbers on here as to how much. Now, obviously, I've played this game quite a bit. I know for a fact that the Americas are good for money. Middle East is good for money. Europe is good for money. And obviously, sort of areas of Asia and stuff like that. So, Russia, obviously. So, that's something to be aware of. It's good places to raise money. Now, let us, first things first, send out 5 guys just to steal there. And also 5 guys to steal there. Now, bear in mind their default is to steal. So their default position, when they go in there, it'll automatically be stealing as opposed to doing anything else. So you have to tell them to either hide or plot if that's what you want them to do. Now, let's see. How many do we need for that? 4 workers. Okay, we're going to hold off on that for the moment. Let's do that one now while we can. Because that will give us the archives, which will help recover some of their smarts if they've been working too hard and for some reason doing work makes them dumb. We'll take a few in there as well. And you can see already that 400 just from putting people out there right now. So, I mean, that's just the default. 400 an hour. And unfortunately, some of these things get dropped because they leave immediately in order to do their bidding. So, that's fine with me because we don't have to worry about doing anything in regards to that yet. We still have no agents to worry about. Who's doing this? Okay, he's off to... Ah, right, okay, so there we go. Picks up the box, dumps it in there. And there we go. So let's just put loads of people in there. Because I want to... want you guys to be able to see the numbers with respect to the... with respect to the stealing of the monies. Because we're horrible little tea leaves and we like nicking shit. So, let's see. There we go. Back to that form. Another one. And then we'll put another one down here. Put that as number 4. And then 1 is 3. There you go. See, now you can see we're losing power. Now, the advantage, because we've been quick in building, is that we can actually build the power doodad down here. Like so. Now, that's going to be helpful because obviously it's going to be a lot of money to build this power. And that's why we need to be stealing lots of money. Put one in there. Like so. Now, one thing we will do off the back of this is we'll fill the spaces available, like so, with batteries. So if for whatever reason we have a power outage, then we're covered. But also, we kind of can put batteries in here like this. But you have to leave a gap so that the technicians can get to each of the power stations. So that's it, and you can't put them in front of each other because then you can't get to that, and then that'll be a blocked area there, and then an agent will basically tunnel his way in there and start blowing your stuff up. So you want to be able to get access to that. We might even have to take that out, actually. I don't know yet. I mean, if we were to put one there or one there, yeah, you can create problems. I mean, they don't go into there, but if you put one there, they would go into there. So it's a tricky thing to sort of get a handle on in that regard. Now, I think we could have put another one there, maybe. Screw it, we've done it now. It just means it's a single doorway through. It looks a little bit neater, if nothing else, but, you know, if we have a lot of foot traffic going through there, which is possible, then, you know, it could be an issue. Now, obviously, all these doors are locked open because there's no power. These things are not going to be running because there's no power. So what we can do is just create a temporary little power station here.
Pacific Radio. This is Pacific FM, and I'm Larry Driscoll, keeping you up to date with regional events from California all the way up to Alaska. The story on everyone's lips today is the big felony committed earlier. No one knows who's responsible yet, but everyone's got a theory. Isn't that right, Bill?
Yeah. Even the penguins in Alaska got a theory, Larry.
Penguins are from the South Pole, Bill.
Damn it, Larry. Why do you always show me up on air?
I love those adverts. I'm looking forward to the next set of adverts in Evil Genius 2, if that's what they decide to do. So here you can see some of the body bags already being moved into the freezer area. Now we're going to put a freezer area down here somewhere. One thing I do want to do first, before I forget, is create the super agent containment room. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right, okay, so it needs to be a bit wider. Now, the reason it needs to be wider, and probably just a couple of squares longer, is because we will have to put in a holding cell for all 5 potential super agents. So that's in there. And then we put in one of these, and then we'll put in one of these. Now the thing is, what will happen is that that room will stay offline until such time as the super agent turns up. Now let's put in an archive on the edge here. Now the good thing about the archive obviously is it'll recover their smarts. Okay, actually let's take that out and let's just slice that bit off there for the moment, because we can't fit all the tables in. And then we'll do the same there, like that. Okay, that looks good. So there we go. We've done this command. Now this is the command that says I want you to do this as a priority. And so somebody basically will drop whatever they're doing and will go and do that for you. So as you can see, we've got more people out here available in the workforce to start stealing stuff. So let's do fishy business. And see, what I want to try and do is get these little mini missions done before the agents turn up, which would be helpful for us. Excuse me while I sniff ungainly. Okay. So hopefully I should be a little less snotty now. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, how lovely. Giving up headhunting for Lent. Oh dear. So we're building that power station ASAP, and we've done that mission, and we've got people moving in. So you can see the icon there, the helicopter icon, means we're due to move people out to that location. You know, and obviously you can click on here and it says, oh look, there's 5 people due to go into that position, but there's none there right now. This shows that there's 5 people there. And you can see they're in the, these guys are in the stealing position right now. So there we go. There's the power, which means we've got power to the control room, so we can essentially have those guys back in there, and they'll start providing us with data from the world map, which is going to be helpful. So let's see. That's that bit there. How far does that go? Go all the way around. Unpause that, because we're not building the power properly yet. And we've got the full corridor going all the way round. Now obviously the advantage of a 3-width corridor is you can put items in the center. There's still plenty of room either side for people to get down. And obviously you can put loot items in your main corridor. This is an idea that I've got from somebody else on YouTube. I think is a very, very good idea. And to have a nice corridor that sort of takes you around the whole base. The internal part, or the inside part of the base before the access to the outside. So, you know, you have a definitive control access system here to prevent enemies getting further into the base. It works sometimes, it doesn't work other times. So what we're going to do is we're going to take these guys here and hang them up on the racks, just to get them out of the way, because I don't want them there. That's going to be the only problem, is because there is a negative effect with those things. But, I mean, the freezers reduce that effect to nothing, essentially. So, we're okay, but I suppose it's just, you know, clean up in aisle 4 kind of thing. So, we'll have to wait and see. Let's see if our fine friend with a wonderful haircut, hooah, he's doing well. Now, obviously, the mod has changed that slightly. You can see he's actually got an AK on the back of his thing. And also, you can see he's actually got different... so the monkey pound is actually taken from one of the other people. Now, one thing I did notice is that the matron, one of the additional ones you can get, has actually been replaced by a guy with a flamethrower. And I'm like, really? Okay, yeah, won't be having you, sorry. Because Matron was pretty good, I have to say. But, you know. And there's the funds low. Now, hotel wing to keep the tourists happy. You can build it if you wish. It requires social minions in there to keep them happy and all the rest of it. To be honest, I don't bother, I just kill them. They shouldn't be on my island to start with, so, you know, what the hell. I'm not losing any sleep over it, that's for damn sure. No, we still can't build weapon stuff yet. So, let's see. There we go. Earplug, let's do that one. And this one, let's do that one. In the meantime, so what I want is a situation where I've got troops in every single location on the map. Because I need the money. We'll need it especially to build all this. Now, obviously, once we start building 2 of these, we'll be able to delete this room up here and not have to worry about it any further. There we go. So let's get our girl back into safety here. You don't want her too close to where the rooms are being built because of the explosions where they blast the rock out. I mean, you could put her in there, but we just don't have the troops right now.
Good morning. This is the Sahara event, covering current events across all of Northern Africa.
So we've done that mission as well. And we got some troops in there doing some stealing, which is great. Now, we still don't have the numbers yet because there's nobody in the support room. And look at that, 3,350. Now, obviously, once we get enough people into all the various areas, then we could be stealing up to like 20,000 every tick. And that tick is obviously, yeah, every 60 seconds. And that helps build up the money very quickly. And so I hope you've enjoyed this first episode of Season 2.1, I think we'll call it. And we'll see you again for more very soon. Take care, everyone.